Let's start the first news that we have for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to waste time in the intro and shit and stuff. So, the first news that we have here is about Charles Watts. He tweets out a very strange news, and I would want to react on this as well as to I don't understand where are we headed. Like seriously. So Charles Watts tweets out that changes at Arsenal already well underway. After the sacking of Steve Bold as under 23's coach, I'm told Bruno Mazziotti has also gone. The Brazilian's contract has not been renewed and leaves the performance team less than a year after arriving from Paris Saint-Germain. So, Bruno Mazziotti, why? I mean, didn't we realize that people are actually getting healed up quicker? Was the reason not Bruno Mazziotti and someone else? Then I'm fine with it. If the reason is Bruno Mazziotti, why the hell are we even thinking about replacing him or letting him go in the first place? Like, isn't he the right guy? I mean, what? What are we doing? I don't get it. People on Twitter, literally every social media platform actually praise Bruno Mazziotti for the work that he's done at Paris Saint-Germain and the fact that he's been at Arsenal for a very brief amount of time. We've seen some good difference in terms of players healed up. So I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. What's wrong? What? Why is he leaving? Anyways, that's not my cause of concern anymore. He's gone. Anyway, so David Ornstein has actually given his verdict about how exactly things will turn out to be, with Steve Bold being sacked by Arsenal after over 30 years at the club. Well, he actually tweets out that Arsenal sack Steve Bold after more than 30 years involved at club as player plus coach. Ex-Arsenal defender, most recently under 23's boss, having worked with first team until swapping roles with Freddie Ljungberg in 2019. So, well, that is that. That is the harsh reality of him leaving. Well, the Mail say that Per Mertesacker made the decision to sack Steve Bold after a frustrating season for the under-23s, in which they were almost relegated. Yes, Arsenal have sacked. Per Mertesacker made the decision. Well, under Bold's guidance, Arsenal's second string came close to being relegated from the top division of Premier League 2 and only secured their safety on the final day of the season. Bold enjoyed much successes with Arsenal as a player between 1988 and 1999, including 3 league titles, 2 FA Cups, 1 League Cup and European Cup Winners' Cup. After returning to Arsenal in 2001 as a youth coach, he eventually stepped up to coach the under-18s and presided over the development of players such as Jack Wilshere, Serge Gnabry and Hector Bellerin. Arsenal won the FA Youth Cup in 2009 and also won 2 under-18 league titles under Bold. Between 2012 and 2019, Bold was part of the first team coaching staff as an assistant coach, but he returned to youth football when he swapped jobs with Freddie Ljungberg. A decision has yet to be made regarding who will be his successor, but for now, it is going to be Per Mertesacker who's taking the reins for the Arsenal under-23s. That's the crazy stuff. That's what we know right now about it. So, yep, that is that. So moving on, so Arteta was asked if he's worried about being sacked. So Arteta said, "My only focus all the time is making the right decisions and trying to help the team win football matches. What is commented, what is out there as opinions, I respect them all. It's not my job to answer to any of that." Well, Arteta on being second for form over the last 23 games, as we already are speaking about that stat. He says, yes, it's very good, but the league is played over 38 games. But at least it shows that we're able to do it. And when we have a little bit more of a normal context, more normal situation, I'm very positive about what we can do. So that's what Arteta had to say about those things. And yeah. Moving on, so Patrick Vieira was recently asked about Don Draper, chief football writer, has actually opened up about Patrick Vieira's. Well, we all saw Thierry Henry open up about Daniel Ek. We saw Dennis Bergkamp open up about Daniel Ek. Now it's time that we hear about Patrick Vieira, what he has to say about the whole takeover situation. What will be his role if Daniel Ek actually, does that? So, well, Patrick Vieira had his say about his things about the whole Daniel Ek situation. So, yeah, this is what Patrick had to say. After the time that I spent with Daniel, I personally believe it's time for a change of ownership, and I believe he's the right person to bring happiness back to this football club. Some fans might be guarded, wondering if these club legends are being duped somehow. Vieira says not. Let's see what Vieira had to say. He says that we haven't talked about ourselves. What is happening to this club at the moment is bigger than Dennis, Thierry, or myself. We are concerned about how we can help Daniel because we strongly believe he can take it to a different level. We didn't talk about what we will do if Daniel gets the club. We didn't get into that conversation yet because that is not the priority. The priority is to give the club back its DNA and what it deserves. What is really important is to understand the football club, the fans, the country where you are. We have this kind of credibility because we know what we are talking about because of the number of years we spend in England and at Arsenal. We have experience that we can bring into the football club. When you look at Dennis, Thierry and myself, we spent a lot of years at this club. Maybe it was the place where we played our best football. England was a fantastic place for us to live, and we enjoyed our lives at the club and outside as well. The country and the club mean a lot to us. Seeing Arsenal not being one of the teams that can challenge for the Premier League or not being one of the teams guaranteed to play Champions League football is frustrating because that is not what we are used to with Arsenal Football Club. The club deserves much better than that. So Vieira says that because the way that he talks about the club, the way Daniel Ek actually talks about the feeling he has for this club and what he is prepared to do for this club. When somebody is passionate about something, you have feeling about it. I believe he can bring back the glory days at Arsenal if he managed to buy it. But to buy it, the guy needs to sell, and maybe the Cronkies don't want to sell. But Daniel can be the right person to bring back this union that he used to have at this club between the fans, players, and the ownership. I found him to be someone who knew a lot about Arsenal, loved Arsenal, and was a true Arsenal fan. I found somebody who really wanted to build something simple around the fans. That is something that pushed us to support him. What's going wrong at Arsenal is not just this year, it's the last couple of years. When you look at Arsenal in the Arsene Wenger era, we always had this kind of figure, a strong personality who could represent the club. Through the years, Arsenal have lost a little bit of identity, not just on the football field, but off the field as well. When I talk about identity on the field, in my time at Arsenal, you had players like Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Nigel Winterburn, Lee Dixon, who had been at the club for years. When you got there, those players made you understand the club's DNA, what Arsenal means. So there's actually more to it as well, what Patrick Vieira had to say, but I think I understand what he's trying to say. So he believes in Daniel Ek, and I think that's what he was outlining. Yeah, outlining with the most of the interview that I actually came up with. So, well, that is that. Let's talk about another transfer news as I've got for you guys. So it looks like Fiorentina defender Nikola Milenkovic will be available for just £21 million this summer, according to certain reports. The 23-year-old has been linked with Manchester United and a host of other top European sides, including Arsenal. But according to Italian newspaper Gazzetta dello Sport, Fiorentina are willing to sell Milenkovic to the highest bidder this summer. Previously suggested Fiorentina would not sell a centre-back for less than £38 million, but £21 million. If anyone can actually come up with that kind of a number and some sort of intent to buy Nikola Milenkovic, they can get their man. And if Arsenal are really interested, so let's see if that's going to be happening or not. So that's crazy stuff. That is actually crazy stuff. So UEFA chief Alexander Ceferin has slammed the idea of staging a World Cup every 2 years as completely irrational. He says, he actually spoke to Sunsport. He said that FIFA can do a feasibility study about that, but it's impossible that the World Cup would happen every 2 years. This would, from one point of view, cause a complete disruption of the calendar. From the other point of view, players would be exposed to injuries if they played a month-long tournament every second summer and will not have time to recover from the long season. The idea to have the World Cup every 2 years is completely irrational. Crazy stuff. He can actually see through bullshit, eh? Cool. Yet he has that Nations League, that shit stuff. Yeah. Also, Vieira also involved that the whole Stan Kroenke's regime. So Vieira said that I think that is one of the breaches, not understanding what the fans want and what are the values of this club. I think it's also how many times did the Kroenkes go to a game to watch Arsenal play? How many times did they go to see the players? How many times did they meet the fans? The three Invincibles have never met Stan Kroenke at all during his entire ownership of the football club. All these kinds of questions, if you get the answer, it will tell you how big the gap is between the Kroenkes and the fans. Okay, so with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. We have a watch along for the Arsenal versus Brighton game. So cheers to that. And if you want to watch the game with IG, join in for the watch along. Cheers.